Hi, I'm Caroleeena, and I'm going to do a little tutorial today on forearm rolls. I've created a visual aid for you. I took some gaffer tape and I ran it from this place between my peace fingers down my arm. I'm a little bit off, but when my arm is straight in front of me, this is the line that my hoop can run from either between my fingers to off the end of my arm, or from onto my elbow and down between my fingers. So to deliver the hoop from one hand to another, you're either going to bring one hand down over the top or one hand up from the bottom, and you're going to want to land from your wrist to your elbow and your wrist to your elbow so that both hands can wrap around the edges of your elbows. So assume that we have a hoop in this hand and it's between these two fingers. If we can make it land so that it's coming down and it lands right here, it's going to run down the length of our elbow, and then we can take the other hand and grab it. So let's start first with starting at the elbow. This can go either way. You can roll it from elbow to fingertips or fingertips to elbow. Let's start in elbow because it's a bigger target to aim for. First, just hold your hoop between your peace fingers and practice rocking it. Feel how it's coming up? If you put your elbow in the way and bring up your forearms so that they touch forearm to forearm, and your hoop comes up from the bottom, then it's going to come down and land on your arm and run its length. So pretend like you're I Dream of Jeannie. Your elbows are straight in front of you. They're not pointed out like this at all so that they cross. It's like ding-a-ding-a-dink. So, oh, I went the wrong way, sorry. So we're starting at the elbow, coming up from the bottom. Then we bring the other one and come up from the bottom. Bring the other one and come up from the bottom. If you miss it and you don't catch it between your two pointer fingers, that's okay. You can also catch it between your thumb and index finger, and you can usually get it back on track. You can pretty much catch it with any finger and just try to get it back to these two because that's your straight line. That's where you have the most control. So we are going from elbow to fingertip, but if I hang on to it with my fingertips, let it come back up so that it lands on the back of my wrist and runs down my arm, now I'm doing a forearm roll from fingertip to elbow. So fingers leading, fingers leading, fingers leading, elbow leading, elbow leading, elbow leading. Now the most common mistake that I see people have, so troubleshooting for you, is that they bring the hoop up over the back of the elbow and it promptly runs off the side of the elbow over here. That means, I'm going to take these off now, I don't think I need them anymore. Ow. That means that you're delivering it catty-cornered. So instead of delivering it so that it's right here so that when it comes up it has to land on the elbow, you're delivering it so that it's right here and it's sideways and it's falling off. Here's what that looks like. Usually it means you got your elbow further out than your hand's closer to your body than your elbow. And you want it straight out in front of you like it's a board at a sawmill that's getting ready to go into a big blade. Zzz, it goes straight across in either direction, either being led by the elbow or led by the fingers. So if I bring this up underneath and pull towards it, zzz, it just rides right down my body in a contact move. Same thing if I let it land on the back of my hand and push under it. Oops. Back of my hand and push under it. So this just takes a little while to get. See, I just missed my forearm there. It still happens. But once you start to get it and you're ready to pair it with other things, you can pair it with arm work. So let's go back to elbow hooping. The elbow lead, where it comes up under the elbow and runs to the small, the fingers, the peace fingers. This hand is free. The hand that doesn't have a hoop on it is free. So we can choose to lift that hand straight up. If you spread your fingers nice and far, keep your arm rounded, keep your hand high above your head, but your arm is still round, so it's not like this. It's framing the face. Oops, I switched. Elbow lead, and you want to have your arm back beside your ears and not closed in around your face, framing your face. Elbow, elbow. So we can also do this from the finger. Finger lead, go out, around, and up. Finger lead, and then that hand goes to the bird of paradise. Finger lead, bird of paradise. Arms nice and open. Pinky headed towards the ground, which way you're going. So this is an excellent thing to practice, going backward circle, elbow lead, and coming up to the head. And you can either do a full circle like I'm doing right now, or you can go straight up, crossing in the center. Oops. Same thing with the so if you're doing fingertips, you can go straight up, or you can go, this is a tricky word, out, 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 out. Last thing, you can go from between, let's see, elbow, finger, elbow, finger, elbow. So we're just rotating. Finger, elbow, finger. Oops, I missed it. Elbow. So it's just a matter of learning how to do these from the genie. So this is the smallest it can get, to a big break, a big stall, to actually moving your hands to interact with it. Same thing. So you're just learning the simplest part of this move. At its core, all you're doing is you're holding it between your fingers and you're making it come up so that it lands right there. Because when it lands right there, you can push into it and slide across. Oops. Okay, I guess that's really all I have to pass on to you right now. Hopefully it makes sense. Forward, backwards, forwards. I created a little dance with me, just practicing some of the different ways to combine arm work, beat punctuation, forearm rolls, and finger work. So I will include a link to that so you can check it out and see what some of the possibilities are. Thank you. Hope this helps you. And by popular demand, because people have been saying they haven't seen him. See you later.